I had a dream. It was the end of the world.
That's not a dream, that's a nightmare. But when the situation seems dire, call in the superheroes. Lots of superheroes, okay? Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Flash, put Cyborg in there. And they all team up to take on a new villain in Justice League. It is the latest movie in the DC Comics franchise. CBC movie critic Eli Glasser is here to tell us all about it. I love your reviews. It always lets me know what I should watch. And it's certainly no easy feat doing a superhero movie and bringing all those guys together. Does Justice League do them justice?
Look at that cast. I mean, there's so many plates spinning at super speed, and you got to bring the audience up to speed. And so we begin. There's a threat on the horizon. Batman, Bruce Wayne, is at home brooding. That's what he does. Wonder Woman doing her thing, saving the day in London. Superman still dead. But as you see, strange things happening. Winged creatures appearing. A threat approaching. So Batman, you know, you can't have a Justice League of 3. That's just a group. You need to build this group out. And so he starts looking around for more allies. Aquaman, the king of Atlantis. Flash, super fast speedster. Cyborg. He's a cyborg. And so here they are coming together on a roof in Gotham, as you do. J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon, who in this incarnation is all mustache, no mojo. But here are the Justice League to discuss the threat. Let's take a look.
How many of you are there? Not enough. 8 people abducted from or near Star Labs. Here's the potential perp.
Parademons.
Okay.
All right, so they're grim, they're gritty, they're awfully serious. It's stormy and lightning and all of that. Now, this is Zack Snyder. This is the flavor of the main director of Justice League. This is the guy who gave us 300 and Batman versus Superman and more and more. And this is a director who is kind of in awe of the strength and power and tends to kind of forget about, you know, the humanity of these heroes. The thing about this movie is, and the reason why there's kind of a clash in tones, is 4/5 of the way through filming, Snyder had a personal tragedy in his family, had to stop making the movie, and so they brought in Joss Whedon to finish the film, to do rewrites and reshoots. Whedon is almost the opposite of Zack Snyder. I'm talking about the guy who gave us Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Firefly, and a little movie called The Avengers. And so that's why when you're watching this movie, suddenly the movie shifts from stoic and solemn to kind of self-aware, almost sarcastic. Take a listen to Ezra Miller, very funny as Flash, a little worried about going into battle with Batman.
It's really cool. You guys seem ready to do battle and stuff, but full transparency, I've never done battle. I've just pushed some people and run away.
Save one.
What?
Save one person.
Which one?
I mean, Miller is great, and the movie brightens up every time he's on screen, but doesn't really fit with some of the other stuff that's happening.
You like The Flash, then?
I like The Flash.
Okay, what about the other super pals, if you will, in the movie?
All right, so let's start with Ben Affleck, back, of course, as Batman. The Bat growl, come on, do that.
One.
It's a little much. I mean, that's the voice I use when my teenager won't get off his phone. But as Bruce Wayne, very effective. I mean, he's got billions and a butler. What more do you need? So I liked that version of the character. Then let's move on to Wonder Woman. Of the classic DC superheroes, Wonder Woman with Gal Gadot is still just epic and amazing, and yet still, even though she is so powerful and almost unstoppable, she has this vulnerability. Shame then about what happened to the Amazons, her brethren, her sisterhood, who went through Zack Snyder vision. On the left is the original Wonder Woman movie. You see on the right what happened in the Justice League movie, where they decided to go with armor-plated bikinis. Because you know when you go into battle facing alien hordes, you want to show that six-pack, because that's going to really intimidate your foes. Totally ridiculous. So let's move on to Aquaman, who is now played by Jason Momoa. You know him from Game of Thrones. Now, Aqua Bro looks more like a roadie from Metallica than he does King of Atlantis, although his costume clashes with the kind of biker dude vibe he's given off. A lot of charisma charisma. I was really won over by him, so he's a lot of fun. And then there's Cyborg, as played by Ray Fisher. Now, he's a human cursed with cybernetic abilities, half robot, half human. He can defrag your hard drive. It's a shame they forgot about the personality upgrade. He has none. And speaking of lack of personality, the villain of the movie is something called Steppenwolf, who is a totally generic bad guy who just, there he is. I mean, it's Skeletor with an evil hat. He's just right out of central casting. There's no there, and that's kind of the fate of the Justice League. It's just okay. There are some great heroes and some nice moments, and you enjoy those, and then you sit through the solemn parts and wait for the nice parts to come back again. So very uneven. 3 stars out of 5. If you go, and you're a DC fan, sit all the way through to the bitter end. Oh,
that's a good clue. Hey, you know what? That armor-plated bikini costume for Wonder, it means I can never be Wonder Woman at Halloween parties again. Like, what are they doing?
You want to be the more appropriate, realistic Amazonian warrior, not the ridiculous Sports Illustrated version.
Thank you, Eli.
You're welcome.